The notion that Adolf Hitler might have had children is both unsettling and captivating. Despite his relationship with his mistress and later wife, Eva Braun, no children resulted from their union. However, a persistent claim suggests that Hitler fathered a son with a young French woman during the First World War. He was the leader of Nazi Germany and played a central role in orchestrating both World War II and the Holocaust. These tragic events resulted in the deaths of at least 40 million people, marking one of the darkest periods in human history. So, if you're an ancient history fan or simply curious about Adolf Hitler, hit the like button and let's dive in. How was his childhood like? Adolf Hitler was born on April 20, 1889, in Austria. Following his father's retirement from the state customs service, Hitler spent much of his childhood in Linz, the capital of Upper Austria, a city that remained his favorite throughout his life. He expressed a desire to be buried there. His father, Alois Hitler, passed away in 1903, leaving behind a sufficient pension and savings to support Hitler's mother and siblings. Although Hitler harbored fear and dislike towards his father, he maintained a devoted relationship with his mother, who passed away in 1907 after a period of prolonged suffering. Hitler's academic performance was mixed, and he never progressed beyond secondary education. After leaving school, he briefly visited Vienna before returning to Linz, where he aspired to become an artist. Despite facing obstacles, including 2 unsuccessful attempts to gain entry to the Academy of Fine Arts in Vienna, he continued to receive a small allowance and used it to sustain himself in the city. His aspiration to study art was hindered by these setbacks. In 1913, Adolf Hitler relocated to Munich. Although initially deemed unfit for Austrian military service in February 1914 due to inadequate physical vigor, when World War I erupted, Hitler sought the opportunity to serve. He petitioned Bavarian King Louis III to allow him to join the military, and just one day after submitting his request, he received notification that he would be permitted to enlist in the 16th Bavarian Reserve Infantry Regiment. How he rose to power. As an army political agent, Adolf Hitler became associated with the small German Workers' Party in Munich in September 1919. By 1920, he assumed responsibility for the party's propaganda and chose to leave the army to focus on advancing his position within the organization. In the same year, the party was renamed the National Socialist German Workers' Party, abbreviated as Nazi. By July 1921, Hitler had risen to become the leader of the Nazi Party, wielding almost unlimited powers. Right from the start, he aimed to build a mass movement, intending to cultivate a mystique and influence potent enough to instill unwavering loyalty among its members. Did he have children and even got married? Eva Braun. Adolf Hitler and Eva Braun shared a complex and secretive romantic relationship. Braun entered Hitler's life in 1929 when she was hired as an assistant to his personal photographer. At the time, Braun was 17, and Hitler was 40. Although their relationship likely began around 1931 or 1932, they were rarely seen together in public, preferring to correspond through letters and postcards. Throughout their association, Hitler made efforts to keep Braun out of the public eye to maintain an image of a solitary, focused leader. Braun lived a mostly isolated life at Hitler's private residence in Bavaria but formed close relationships with other members of Hitler's inner circle. Some notable aspects of their relationship include Braun's seemingly limitless actions to gain Hitler's attention or due to her isolation. Hitler provided her with a comfortable lifestyle through expensive gifts and lavish vacations. Braun's loyalty to Hitler with little interest in politics was unmeasured. She instead focused on her hobbies like photography and filmmaking. In the final days of World War II, Braun was with Hitler in an underground bunker in Berlin. They married on April 29, 1945, just a day before their deaths. Soviet troops reportedly found and later disposed of Hitler and Braun's remains in secret to prevent any potential gravesite from becoming a neo-Nazi rallying point. Despite the absence of known children, understanding their relationship requires consideration of the broader context. Alleged sons. Jean-Marie Lauret. One prominent figure in the claims of Adolf Hitler having offspring is Jean-Marie Lauret. Charlotte Lovejoy, a Frenchwoman, alleged that Lauret was conceived during a brief relationship with Hitler in 1918, when he was a soldier in France during World War I. This claim gained support due to Lauret's striking resemblance to Hitler and his possession of his mother's will, which indicated that she had a child with the dictator. Furthermore, German army papers discovered later revealed that officers had delivered envelopes of cash to Charlotte Lovejoy during World War II, potentially corroborating her claims that Lauret was Hitler's child and that they had maintained contact during the war. After Lovejoy's death, Lohred found paintings in his birth mother's attic that were allegedly signed by Hitler. Similarly, a painting in Hitler's collection depicted a woman bearing a remarkable resemblance to Lovejoy. However, DNA tests conducted in 2012 contradicted these claims, revealing no genetic connection between Lohred and Hitler. Heinz Hitler. There has been a claim suggesting that Heinz Hitler, the son of Adolf Hitler's half-sister Angela, might have been the result of an incestuous relationship between Adolf and Angela. However, it's important to note that this theory lacks substantial evidence to support its validity. The topic of Hitler's personal life and relationships is often shrouded in speculation and controversy, and historians generally approach such claims with skepticism unless there is concrete and verifiable evidence. As of now, the idea of an incestuous relationship leading to Heinz Hitler's birth remains speculative and unverified. The claim made by Leonore Nickman in 2011, stating that her mother had a relationship with Hitler during his stationing in the Netherlands in World War I, remains unverified. Such assertions about personal relationships involving historical figures, especially when lacking concrete evidence, are often met with skepticism by historians. Regarding Alois Jr., it's important to clarify that Alois Jr. was indeed the son of Alois Hitler and his wife, Brigitte Dowling. Alois Jr. and Adolf Hitler were half-brothers, not father and son. Despite the incorrect assumption that Alois Jr. was Hitler's son, historical records confirm their relationship as siblings. Thank you for watching. Like the video and comment below on the above claims. See you in the next one.